You don't even drink coffee.
Oh, yeah, like a milkshake or...
Oh, you get a milkshake. Oh.
You don't want to say a milkshake, mate.
This includes venues as well, so when you go out, get that rig out before you get kicked out. That's something I live by.
Because I know we'd go to horse camps and you'd meet everyone and then everyone would keep in touch with. You'd get on MSN and then...
You want to readdress that?
What?
What kind of camps are you going on?
Anyway, week of a lifetime. It was absolutely massive. I was all over the place, driving hours
Didn't
and
you
hours
just
a
do
day.
your weekly update?
Well, that was not it. Dude, all right. Stop.
stitch up.
Leave me alone. Hey. Okay, we'll address it right off the top, the elephant in the room, and then we'll get into the actual thing. Yes, this is a bowl full of my passion fruits that I have grown. I know you couldn't in the like pre-chat. You just kept talking about it. So yeah, we'll just get out of the way. This for the listeners, I'm holding up a massive bowl of almost ripe Granada passion fruits.
They agree. They look like limes.
No, it's the lighting. You know, it's the lighting, mate. Anyway, yeah. So I am doing a pretty phenomenal job growing passion fruits, but that's all I want to say about it. I know it's kind of a controversial topic on the pod. That's all I want to say. But just
I'll give you some credit. I don't know how I accidentally set that up, but that was a pretty good play from you. I will give you respect. I didn't expect that. I literally just said, "Oh, Pross, you run the intro," and he just pulls out his fucking passion fruit.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. I'm doing really well. I'm on to bigger and better things. They do look green in this light. But yeah, anyway, passion fruit game is going off. But yes. Dos, I'm going to have to move on now, but
don't let me hold you up.
You're listening to Trust Us, the podcast that covers a lot of things. Nothing important, really, but we do cover a lot of things. We'll be diving into our weekly update in a second. Then we'll be getting into the Rogue Guide, where we'll be giving you advice from the heart and from our experience that's going to change your life, improve it. Learn from us, whether because of our mistakes or because of our successes. And then we'll jump into a couple other things, our intrusive thoughts, maybe a tram-phobic moment, public transport I'm talking about here, and then a blind ranking, a crowd favourite at the end. But Dos, what's been happening in your life recently?
I played lawn bowls the other day.
All right, so I've been... Come on, dude.
Let me cook, all right? Jeez, I'll let you talk about your fucking passion fruit. And I was just thinking, I might be the best at being average at every sport ever.
Oh, I love that call. Because I feel like that's my niche. I feel like that's where I am. I feel like that's my market.
Yeah, because it was annoying because I didn't win any of the lawn bowls, but I came second and third every time, like just off the bat from the first round. And I was like, am I just like always kind of good at things, but never great at any of them?
All right. How are you going to convert that into something that you can make money from?
It could be like, you know how everybody always talks about a normal person doing Olympic stuff?
You're right.
Maybe that's it.
Yes.
I'm the normal guy that runs the 100 meters next to Usain Bolt.
You know, actually, I've got a bit of a bone to pick on that front with the Olympic coverage, which I loved. Again, watched tons of Olympics. It was a great Olympics, actually. But not really.
I know. To be fair, I did love the cycling guy that after he won gold, he was the only one coming through, Eiffel Tower in the background, and he knew as soon as he finished, he was getting a photo like of the Olympics sort of set up. As soon as he finished, jumps off the bike, stands in front of the Eiffel Tower with all the crowd behind him. I was like, man, this guy's been thinking about that for like an hour. As soon as he broke away from the lead pack, that was all he was thinking about.
He's like, I just need to get a good backdrop for when I cross the line. As soon as he turns the corner and sees the finish line, he's like, okay, I think I can make this work.
Yeah, he's got his LinkedIn profile pics sorted.
Channel 9 was using... I think it might be Channel 9 was using Andy from Hamish and Andy as the average man representing, you know, the people in the games kind of thing. And they would, line them up against the pros, etc. But I think he was trying to be too funny. He was funny. I mean, Andy listens to our program, so it was really funny.
Shout out to Andy.
But what we actually want is I want the person to be having a dip, a proper go. It's not fun and games. You're here to represent us. And I do think that having someone like yourself that really hasn't excelled in any way, hasn't succeeded at the highest level in any capacity.
Right, wait, can you, I'll put myself on mute for a bit while you keep going through that.
No, but I do think that there needs to be a good average representative, someone that can just sort of really represent the everyman in the sense of what the most average person is at everything. I'll be honest, maybe if it comes to me, I'd probably drop the ball a bit with the discus. And people would be like, oh, we could have put someone that more average up at that rather than someone below average. But yeah, I do hear what you're saying. But that's my bone that I had to pick with the Olympics. I feel like we could have done that job better. It's what people wanted, and we didn't quite deliver.
Well, we could sort of sort it out between me and you of who could be the perfect candidate for being the most average at everything. And the way they do the heptathlon.
The heptathlon?
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, the 10
I mean,
events.
you think of the decathlon or the heptathlon?
I'm thinking of the decathlon.
I'm surprised you went
I'm pretty sure.
You went for a harder word. You went for a less common word.
Oh, and I was so confident. But it is a word, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
The women do the 7, or there's 2. There's the 7 and the 10 or something. I just remember
the
watching.
Pentathlon, the modern pentathlon.
Oh, fuck, don't I fully fucked it. No one fact check this. Please.
But yeah, no, I think I would be so keen to do a decathlon or against you, but a decathlon minus the sports where like our bones would get shattered, like pole vault probably.
Yeah.
Or our nuts could get smashed. I feel like that's a genuine risk there.
Unrelated to that, I might be good at pole vault, I reckon.
You saw him hit his nuts and you were like, must be nice.
I'm like, I can do that.
Where are they finding these guys? That's he's not elite. The whole body needs to be ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. Got to be in the zone, bro. Yeah. So
City of Love, baby. City of Love.
City of Love. Oh yeah, Paddy.
How do you?
Yeah. So that could be one down the line. Yeah, we might be able to tee something up and see who's the best at 10 events. Well, because it's not actually who's better. It's not like 1 versus 1. It's a point system. So depending on what
it's
your
not
time
like
and
if you're
score
better
is.
at 6. It's more like there's more grey area.
Do you reckon we could beat the decathletes at one of the events?
No.
But like even the decathlete that was at the Olympics but came 10th, say, in discus. Yeah.
The 10th best decathlete in the world. You think we possibly could outdo them in discus? I mean,
I don't know, man.
They came last. Yeah, they did. Like,
yeah.
sucks to be them, but I mean, they're still better than. They're the 10th worst. They're the 10th best. That's reality here.
I'm interested. I'm really interested to see what scores we can put up.
All right, look, I just want to beat you. I'm not trying to beat.
I'm going to the next level, baby. I'm going to Brisbane Olympics. Let's go.
Yeah, right. No, that's good. Hey, what else would happen? Anything else?
Just dog park trauma again. I just can't, man. I get there, and we're like 100 meters off, and we can sort of see the dog park because I'm looking after my roommate's dog, and everybody's like there was like 3 circles. And everyone's there with their dogs just like sitting there. They're all just like the dogs aren't even running around. I was like, what?
Go to a cafe.
Shit? Yeah,
the dogs seem well behaved. I mean, just pop them by your seat. You're fine.
I was like, the dog park is to exhaust your dog because you don't have a damn backyard. Like, so yeah, and I get there and yeah, this dog just wants to run, and I'm like, oh man, he's going to cause some chaos. And so I made
he's going to
sure
hit each one of those peaceful groups and try and stir some shit.
And that was exactly what happened. I let him rip, and he just runs straight to the biggest group, straight through the middle of it. A couple of dogs get up, come with him, and then he goes to the next group, and then straight through there.
This dude's an influencer.
Yeah, steals a toy, and I was like, oh, here we go.
To what response from the dog parents?
The response was me staying 20 meters away from them all, pretending to be on the phone. So just, saying lots of things randomly.
Yeah, dividends.
Yeah.
Short it.
Yeah, no. Don't put money on that decathlete. They're shit at discus.
It doesn't sound very traumatic though. Then it sounds pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, it didn't go badly, but it didn't. It was what I expected,
This is society, mate. This is a trauma for you, and it's just like something that occurred. Like an event occurred. Oh my god! I'll never recover from this.
Yeah, so naturally, let's fast track on from that trauma. And can you give me a better weekly update?
Dos, I'd like to actually pat ourselves on the back real quick.
Ooh.
Shout out to Trust Us, Season 4, Episode 10. 10. Can you believe that? I probably should have done this off the top, but you were so excited about my passion fruits. We've done 10 episodes this season. That's good. That's good punching, I reckon.
That's good going. And pretty consistent with it too.
I think so. That's pretty much as much of a trip down memory lane as I want to take in the double digits. We're plugging along well. Definitely well worth a follow, like, 5-star, sub, Instagram, Spotify, wherever. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the people are getting what they want, and they're like we've both heard, they're craving it. They're loving it.
They're pretty clean with it, actually.
They are. Yeah. They're rabid fans. I would call them rabbits. But yeah, that's actually, I don't really have much of a weekly update. I mean, the passion fruit bit that took all of my creativity. So that's about it. I'm home alone this week, actually. Danny's Danny's just flown off to Tully on a top secret mission. So that's who knows? I'm going to be
what are you going to get up to?
Back to my usual degenerate self. I'm going to stay inside, keep all the lights off like I always do. Curtains drawn 24/7.
Strava's going to be empty for a week.
No, I think the Strava's going to be pretty good this week, actually. I think I'm just going to be playing copious video games, if I'm honest with you. But enough said.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's sort of actually on the theme of that. Why don't we do a road guide to long distance relationships?
Dos, that's a great idea with her being a long distance away.
Yeah, you are a long distance away. And
oh my gosh.
You're a long distance away from me, and you're the closest thing I have to a relationship. So
don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
I'm vulnerable right now.
I've got no one. Where's the dog? And the dog just bolted to the nearest group of dogs.
Straight to the dog park.
Oh man, this is I'm lonely, dude. I'm lonely. But road guide to loneliness. Let's make that a fun one.
That'll be so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Road guide to long distance relationship / like loneliness. Yeah. All right. No, but I'm doing this at the moment, clearly. Although I literally just dropped Danny off at the airport. I waited until right before the plane left because the Longreach Airport, it's not like we might call a proper airport. It's a country airport where you basically you could almost board the plane with the person that's actually catching the plane. You can almost see them off at the ramp because there's just no security. There is no security.
I was like, you were like trying to like not let anyone get any ideas. And you're like, to be honest, it's just no security.
Yeah, actually, you know what? There's tons of security. Don't bring your bloody problems and trying to send a message out here. Okay, keep it safe.
The planes aren't big enough to do anything anyway.
They're gonna hit that windmill.
Not the grain tower.
Oh, another 4 of those might have almost knocked that thing over.
Yeah. Well, no, they hit the second grain tower. Oh, it's bad. No, we've got to joke about it.
Instagram has absolutely corrupted your worldview.
I've got a dark algorithm at the moment.
No, but I'm doing it at the moment. But I mean, I don't know about you, Dos. We try to keep it light. We try to keep it light and fun. But this could get sad. It could get dark. Because I look back on my past experiences and it's foggy. I'll be honest, because I don't really, I look at the future and the present, and I'm, very happy and in a fantastic married bliss relationship. But I definitely don't think I handled a long distance relationship as delicately as it should. I thought I did. I thought at the time I was doing a really good job, possibly. But looking back, I'm like, oh, I might have dropped the ball a few times. But I'm gonna try and. This isn't counselling. I mean, this isn't therapy. I mean, maybe it is, but
it's getting hot there. Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, try and keep it light, but we get real.
Yeah, I think obviously we moved away from dog park trauma, and now we're into my real trauma.
Can we talk about dog parks again?
Yeah, let's just go back to dog parks. That's so much better. I was a bit the same. I always thought I was doing a pretty good job of it. I don't think I was at fault too often.
Ooh. Oh, this is the sound of a completely healthy, well-adjusted man.
It's not.
It's just everyone else was fucking up, and I'm there trying to hold it all together.
Hold down the fort.
I can only do so much. I'm just a man.
Yeah, you know. No, well, I think that's why a guide to it is quite important. Because maybe I'll learn something by the end of this. Maybe it's gonna be like a penny drop moment. We're like, you know what, man? You were a bit fucking annoying.
Wow, this could get real. It could get real. Take it away, Dos.
Well, firstly, you got to find yourself a foreign lady, or
a girl in Tully, or maybe you'd move to Longreach. You know, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Still long distance.
Yeah.
Long distance. I mean, it costs more to travel to Longreach, so I mean, let's it could be anywhere. It could be domestic.
Ooh, what is the metric for? I think it'd be 4 hours, or 5 hours long distance.
So even by car, by train, by plane, doesn't matter. 5 hours.
Yeah, I think by car is the best metric because plane would be quicker in most situations.
I feel like city people have a warped perspective on how long it should take to get from A to B. I feel like because you could live in the same city as someone and they'd be 2 hours away. Is that real? Do I have the wrong idea about cities?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. Well,
it could be like statistically.
If I was north side and you were south side, how long would that be? Long distance?
No, it'd be an hour. But like to be fair, Melbourneites would probably say that's long distance. Oh, you crossed the Yarra for a girl?
Must be pretty serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would actually say, do you know what? Yeah, 5 hours total, because I think that the flight from Brisbane to Longreach is only an hour and a half. But you're talking about travel to Brisbane. You're talking about being at the airport for X amount of time. I mean, you're looking at like a good almost day of travel.
If you just look at a car trip from Longreach to Brisbane, it's like, was that like 18 hours?
It's like 18, 20 hours, depending on how many mothers you've had.
Why are you so against sticking to the car metric?
Because
it supports
it's
your
like,
argument. Any airport travel is beyond 5 hours.
But I'm saying I support airport travel as taking a long time. It's a lot of effort to go to the airport to see someone that you love. You know, it is, and especially if it's expensive like this.
I'm not saying I'm driving to every single long distance relationship I've had.
I feel like you're trying to say like. You're like saying, oh, if you drive, it takes 20 hours. But then you could be like, oh yeah, but if I walked, it would take me a day to get from one side of Melbourne to the other. Is that long distance? Come on, dude. What are we arguing about here? I think we're on the same point. We agree.
See, if we were in person, we wouldn't have to argue.
Let's just agree to agree and call it there.
Okay. Well, my step one is remove logic from your brain. You know, and that's
You're
pretty
doing
much what
a good
we've
job
done.
at that. Yeah. We are in the right mind frame actually to have a long distance relationship. Yeah.
So you need to fall for someone that's in an inconvenient position logistically, and then don't even worry about that. Stuff that, just
it's
follow.
It's gonna work out. Love finds a way.
Exactly.
Totally.
You're not fucking seeing chick flicks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are or what's going on. It'll work out.
If you disagree with our metric, or you're also a long distance relationship haver, message us on Instagram. Tell us if we're wrong with what do we decide on? 5 hours?
Yeah, 5 hours by car. Or do you want to put a poll up for 5 hours by car or 1.5 hours by plane?
I mean, I feel like then you'd break it down in different ways. I feel like I'm happy with it just being flat. I think it would take 5 hours to get from Brisbane to Longreach, even on plane, because you have to drive to Brisbane, way to the airport, you have to check in. It's like a lot of hassle.
But I think like Melbourne and Sydney's not quite. You could hum it quicker. That's the only thing.
In a car?
No. Like a plane. It's only an hour by plane. And you can I got to the airport half an hour from my place. 40 minutes for a flight.
We're talking about money as well. Money's a factor in this.
True.
Time and money. That's long distance, I think.
I love it. This is just not what we thought we were going to be debating.
A road guide to defining what a long distance relationship is. All right, metric number 2. No. Look, let's keep it blurry. We're on the same page. I think if someone said they're in a long distance relationship, it has to pass the pub test. Like if someone's like, yeah, it's long distance. She's a she's a Noosa girl and I'm a Caloundra boy. It's like,
if there's one person in the pub that says that's not long distance, then it's not long distance.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's like a 10 out of 10 people have to kind of agree. It needs to be conclusive.
Yeah.
Oh no, but then you'll get like the person that's married to someone in Siberia and they're just like, no, they have
It's
to
so
be
normal.
that far away and they have to also have no electricity,
Yeah, it's
no
a bit of
internet. You know, it becomes it's a 9 out of 10. It's like Colgate toothpaste. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend. 9 out of 10 people have to recommend that it is long distance. Step number 2. I think it's about the big moments when you're together or when you're going apart. You know, when you see each other, when you go apart. We're thinking long distance. I think both of us are sort of thinking a bit of a plane travel situation, whether it's an international thing or a domestic flight. I reckon have an airport scene. Those things are in every rom-com for good reason. People love them. And I mean, go all out, hold the sign up, do something silly, do something sweet. And I think really leave a mark, whether they're leaving, maybe don't make it too dramatic like in a rom-com because then it makes it hard
drop
for everyone.
everything and then just
Oh no. And you break through and punch through airport security every single time. It's like a
Long
gesture.
range.
I'm crazy in love. Well, that's what I did today.
okay.
I totally bypassed security today. It was, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you can't go wrong with a good romantic scene. What are you laughing at?
It's bad. I was just saying, I was like, oh, he's crazy in love. Oh, he's crazy in love and he's hit the second tower.
Things not to include in our real stuff. Things not to include in our reels.
These
I
are the
need you to
hidden
repeat after
gems,
me.
that you get rewarded by listening to the whole pod.
I know you're in a dark headspace when you're trying to do this to us. I won't say trying to bring us down, but I thought that was a too easy of a segue for you.
Yeah, that's a dangerous segue. Oof. Yeah. So airport scenes. Yeah. Well, you actually stole one of my airport scenes, and when I was dating a girl in England, and then she came to Australia to see me. And then you picked her up from the airport because I don't know what I was doing, but I couldn't get there in time. I was flying in after her because it wasn't even anyway. Yeah,
believe me, I was there with the signs as well. I was like, flowers.
It was so awkward when I got to your house because then everyone was expecting the airport scene, so everybody was in the house and just looking. I was like, this is a bit weird now.
Yeah, don't worry. I definitely I did my part. I filled I gave her the airport scene that she wanted, and I think I had long hair at the time. I don't know if you did, but
I didn't.
No, okay, yeah, no, it was definitely purely self-serving, self-interested. But
yeah,
sorry about that, Dos.
That's all right, man. I've had I've had plenty of long distance relationships, so I've had plenty of opportunities, and the airport scene is pretty elite. It's nervous. When you
it's dramatic, mate. It's dramatic.
Like when you get there, it's all exciting.
Planes don't crash either, but it's always like it's the implication. Like this could be the last time I ever see you.
Not what I was thinking. I've been there, but more emotionally, where I'm like, this could be the last time we see each other.
Oh,
but not because of me. Like I said earlier, it's because of them.
She was flying into New York.
Picked a bad day.
This is the worst episode. This is the darkest timeline of this episode.
Yeah. Poor US listeners are like, we fucking committed to
Boardman.
45 episodes for this shit.
Yeah. The listeners in Boardman, this isn't going to rate well with them for sure.
No. Oh, well, Americans don't travel, so they wouldn't know what a long distance relationship is.
You're right. They stick to their hometowns, actually.
Yeah, which is step 3. When you are in a long distance relationship, you gotta have a trip booked in. So you can't just be like dating long distancely with nothing, end. Not necessarily an end.
Long distancely, sorry.
Yeah, I thought that was all right.
I mean, I like it. I'm happy. I'll adopt it. But anyway, carry on.
To have like a date. And where you see each other, even if it's just a weekend, but you need something in the works.
Maybe it's like at no point can you have, and this could be absolute, and I know that only Sith deal in absolute, but at no point can you not have the next planned thing. So if you're in a relationship and you're on the trip, you need to probably plan the next trip on that trip. I don't know if that's crazy.
I like it. No,
Yeah.
it's not crazy because
That way you come back and it's like, all right, we've got timer starts to next.
It's a show of commitment, and then if you don't have something, there's sort of just a seed of doubt that sort of just builds. I think.
I think that's actually good, Dos.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see how you work in a really inappropriate joke into this one.
I wasn't going to go inappropriate. I was going to go depressed because I've been dumped when I've had trips planned in, but also when they've not been planned in. So like,
and then like
you're never safe, people.
And you pull up in the country, and you're like, I know it's been like 8 months since we've been broken up, but you said I could say it yours. You could say I could crash here.
You said it. I have the receipts.
So you're a cheater and a liar. Oh.
What a duo. You wait till the Rogers hear about this.
Also, I want to be clear that we're not insinuating anyone that did anything. We're talking silly jokes. Silly jokes.
Silly jokes for silly hosts.
Silly jokes for silly hosts.
Yeah.
Step four. Mate, embrace capitalism. I mean, it's been a while since I've worked.
Stop there. That's beautiful.
Step 5.
Step 5.
Oh, we are on the same page here. We are speaking my language. Embrace capitalism. Let me have a quick squizzy, actually. Mate, we're living in the 2024. And there's an item for that. There's an object for that. If you want to, spark some romance or keep in touch or do something cute long distance, you can buy cool stuff. I'm not a big buyer of cool stuff, but I think I would be if I was in a long distance relationship. For example, I mean, let me start off G-rated. There's all these cute little little well-branded packages that you can put a whole bunch of notes in. Open this when you're sad. Open this when you're happy. And it's just kind of like a nice little reminder of what you would say or what you would do, even though phones exist. But I think sometimes a letter is good.
Yeah.
There's like a love box, love note messenger where you can it's a little box. You put a lid on it. There's a screen inside the box. Every time you open it, hopefully there's a different picture of you two together or something like that. And then you put the lid back on and then you send another picture. And then the next time they open it, it's like, oh, that's cute. That's us. I mean,
this is pretty good.
If I could get into the PG, perhaps even M range, actually, let's go M.
You're right. Let's go MA.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go R.
Oh, daddy.
No, Bond Touch long distance connection bracelets on Amazon. Only $138. Slow down. M rated. With just a touch, your loved one can send a little light up alert on your little watch and a little vibration to let them know they're thinking of you. So suddenly you're walking along and then it's like, oh, that's cute. But this is what people really want.
It's the same thing, but it vibrates harder.
Number 7 on Cosmopolitan's list of long-distance items. I'm surprised this only comes up first at number 7. It's the WeVibe Chorus app and remote-controlled rechargeable couples vibrator.
Oof.
Basically, you can use the little app and you can make things happen on it. And I'm sure that people that engage in sex before marriage could potentially really enjoy something like that. But not me. I think this is disgusting.
I love that. You just talking about sex is one of those awkward things in the world.
People. That's where they're putting it. Oh no! Christ.
I thought it was like vibrating from like your stomach, so you get the 6-pack.
Yeah, it's like one of those Ab King Pros or something.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. Can we move on? That's. It's really getting hot in here now. I mean,
as in charge of advertising, man, you got to start reading the products that you're putting out there.
Actually, someone called me out recently because I'm always like, yeah, we vibe, and they were like, do you know what that brand is? And I was like, what are you talking about? I would just say we vibing. And they were like, no, mate, you're being gross. I was like, whoa. So apparently people I know are using it. Let's just say that.
What, the brand?
The brand was we vibe. And I often say, yeah, we vibe. We vibing.
Let's go.
Like, oh, dang. You are.
Oh, you into that. Well, step 5 is get your heart broken.
Oh.
You agreed to this
Look-
step. You agreed
look
to
at
this
that.
step off camera. You agreed to this.
I don't know if people
Don't do me
that,
like this.
people
not,
that
not
watch
in
it-
front of everyone.
people that are watching this, Dos is like, step 5 with a big smile, get your heart broken. And then over the course of that 3-4 second like awkwardness, you can see the light fade from his eyes, the smile slowly go to just
Mate, I miss my vibrator. I don't have the
ran out of
remote
batteries,
for
things
it.
weren't the same.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have the remote for it, man. I've just got the
app was-
vibration.
the app was like a subscription. I was like, inflation, cost of living, I couldn't
Yeah.
afford that.
I had her bank details in it, and I can't. I can't renew it.
But yeah, ultimately, that's been my experience as well. And not necessarily get your heart broken. I mean, again, I'm not gonna assign anything to anyone. Although I could possibly assign things, and I probably should assign things to myself. But
I'd do it again, though.
I'm not taking accountability.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Bring it on.
You straight back into a long distance.
100% I would. I don't know what's wrong with me, man, but I love it. Yeah. So that's this week's road guide.
Dos, I've got an intrusive thought I had this week.
Oh, good. Save me.
Um,
I've got something floating through my head at the moment as well. So.
I've got some intrusive thoughts. Dos, why are you opening the balcony window? No. This happens to me all the time. It's happened to me for a very long time, actually. Tell me if you have felt this or feel this. I sometimes am just walking along and, something dark creeps into my head. Something that, like a thought or a joke that you may have even expressed verbally in this episode will come into my head. And I think everyone around me can read my mind and they're not filling me in on it. It's like the next level of the Truman Show, where it's like, I'm the main character, everyone's filming me and blah, blah, everyone's in on it. And there's cameras on me at all times. But it's more like I was born as like, all right, everyone, we need to give this guy the best chance at living a normal life. I know we can all read his mind, but don't ever tell him.
Don't tell him.
And I often think like, well, I guess everyone read that thought out of my mind. Has that ever occurred to you?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. I'm an
What
NPC though in your life, man.
Yeah. But I'm a paid actor.
Yeah.
This is the problem. I don't have anyone to talk to about it because
Can't
everyone's
trust
in on
anyone.
it.
I'm in a studio here right now. The producer's telling me, shut up.
Your back wall like is about to blow down. And there's gonna be like this 10, 20 people behind you with cameras. Like, what about ghosts are watching me at all times? My ancestors are watching me at all times.
I've had a bit of that vibe.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you
Don't
just go
mind
to
it.
the loo and it's like the ghosts are there. Like, oh, I mean, obviously they're into it. That's the thing. If they're in there, because they could be anywhere and they're choosing to be there.
You're choosing the loo.
Yeah.
Speaking of, where would you go if you were a ghost?
Oh, what a corker!
This is calling you out on the spot.
That's a good one, mate. I mean, have you thought about this at all?
Give me 30 seconds.
I don't think your answers are appropriate to put on air.
That
to be
is
honest.
very rude. That is so like I just can't believe you even said that. Bathroom. That's where I'd be. I'd be in a bathroom.
You'd be a bathroom ghost
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, Moaning Myrtle was, and she saw critical acclaim. She actually got an acting career out of it. So
Yeah, look at that. There's a lot I could achieve.
yeah. No, I feel like I would. I feel like haunting a house would be fun / funny. I feel like definitely I'd go to like a haunted house where people like go like to prove that ghosts aren't real. And I'd spook them there. You get bored of that though if you're there for eternity. I mean, it is kind of a tough question. I think at some point you just fly off into space and start the trillion-year-long journey to the next galaxy. Can ghosts do that? You might as well. You got to be alive forever. Let's just search every planet for life.
Oh no! Wait, what do you mean? Ghosts only live as long as they lived on
What?
Earth as a human. Yeah, that's common knowledge, bro.
Who said that?
Me just then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it
Rules
makes
are the
good
rules,
sense.
I guess. I mean,
I think I'd be like, what's a great people watching place? You know, there's something you're like, oh, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for
Airports.
that. Oh
Dude,
shit, that's
what
not
about
bad.
what about in COVID? I happened to be. I've said this on the pod early on for the OG listeners. I've said this story. I was at the airport, just doing a long reach to Brisbane, so domestic, when the international flights started coming in, and I get goosebumps thinking about it. Oh, that's a good memory. I walked past. I was walking down towards. Do you know? No, I was flying into Melbourne to see you.
Let's go.
And you weren't there. You weren't there, but a lot of other people were having a really nice moment. And I walked past the international arrivals. Oh, beautiful. It was packed. I mean, there's a absolute COVID super spreader moment, but people were flying in, reunited after how many years? Oh, dude, I know I mentioned that in the pod because it is actually one of my best memories.
Yeah.
True human experience stuff.
I can't remember if I told you, but I nearly got sent into hotel quarantine because I was just flying domestic, so Townsville to Brisbane. Obviously, Queensland was locked off, and then the international flights were coming into Brisbane, and I'd just gone. I think it must have been the last flight of the day, and I was like one of the back seats of the plane as well. Get off, and I was like, I need to whiz the dunny. Go to the dunny, come out, and then there's like army soldiers just marching all these people down the escalator, and I'm just by myself.
Like, I remember that person from seat 18. D.
And one of the army guys was like, "What flight were you on?" I was like, Townsville. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I'm a Queensland. Represent Maroons.
It was a different plane getting marched.
Yeah, it was an international plane, so they were going straight to hotel quarantine.
I thought it was yours, and you were just like, Rockhampton? Yeah. All right, mate.
I'm just here to find a date.
Whoa. And then they marched off into a room and it was just gunshots.
And I was like, well, there you go. There's all the Blue supporters.
Whoa, that's nuts.
Yeah, so that's pretty hypey.
Did we ever do a pod guide to COVID-19? Guide to a pandemic?
Probably not.
That's a good idea. I feel like that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We're gonna have another pandemic soon. I can feel it.
Really?
Remember during COVID / just after COVID, we're like, well, this is the new normal. This is the new normal. Everyone's saying that. We're going to have pandemics all the time, and we haven't for a couple of years. We've had some
We're
threats.
not going to have another one for yonks.
What?
Why would we have another one?
You're from Melbourne. You should know better. You were the chief fearmongers.
Yeah, we beat it, bro. You were the fearmongers because you were too scared to have it in your state. Where it was like, bring it on. And then we beat it.
And we bravely said, keep the plebs out.
Who's next?
Send him in.
Send him in.
We'll lock you down. We don't care who you are. You're Novak Djokovic for the Australian Open?
Yeah.
No, thank you, sir.
Give us a bird flu. Bring it in. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah. New South Wales was like, a few cruise ships arrived today. They'll probably be all right, won't they?
Yeah, that'll be right. Should be right.
Oh, no. Put them back on. Anyway, road guide to pandemics coming up.
Yeah, we can look into it. In the
It's
meantime.
gonna happen again.
Okay, stop.
No one watches.
Well, they've got to want to hear about this bit because we've got blind rankings and it's back. And I've got a good one.
Okay,
so
good.
I've got well, you know me. I freaking love a shower. I only recently discovered this, but some people are 1 a day showers, and it's quite common. Are you a 1 or a 2 day showerer? Are you uncomfortable?
Like you mean like
this question?
You mean like every 2 days you have a shower, right?
Oh fuck me.
No. Okay. Look, I don't think I need to be ashamed of this, but if I have a shower at night, which I always do, I cannot sleep. I cannot do it.
What?
What?
You have a shower, then can't sleep.
No, I can't sleep if I don't have a shower. Come on, follow along, mate.
Yeah.
No, you can't sleep. You can't if you don't brush your teeth. If you don't have a shower, it's just like your body is just like I'm still active. I've still got stuff to do. In summer, I will shower every morning because I will be running every morning because it's not cold to go outside. But in winter, I will likely not shower because it hurts to shower and I don't like getting out of it. And it's cold.
Yeah, winter doesn't even count as a winter. But anyway, that's good. I'll accept that response. I think that's
Thank you, sir.
That's good. Yeah.
Sometimes I will.
I was randomly in a room actually, I think it was my work, and everybody was a 1 a day, and they're looking at me weirdly, and I was like, "It's the fucking highlight of my day is getting in the shower." Like, I've pulled sickies because the shower was cold. Like, if it's not a nice warm shower to wake up to, I ain't going.
You've bought like the most waterproof phone available, so you can just text from the shower. Plus,
Yeah,
even
sorry,
call.
boss.
Oh, it's pouring. It's pissing down rain at the moment.
There's water leakage in the apartment. The plumber's
Yeah.
coming.
I'm flooded in. You can listen to it. I'm flooded in. That would work out here for sure. That's what Danny and I were saying. Is that like that's why you want to live on a station. I know there's a million reasons to want to live on the station, but if you live on a station and you drive into work, like you're not a grazier. You just live on a property out of town with dirt driveway. The amount of days you could just take off guilt-free because you can't drive down the driveway. Oh,
True, but they also would know if it's rained or not.
you wouldn't just lie about it raining. Actually, no,
would
you could.
Oh.
No, you could. Yeah.
So I left the
I'll
hose
finish
on. The road's flooded.
No. There's often like little patches of rain. It's little scuds, as they're called, that just dump rain on a certain spot.
They
Could
call
be in
them
my driveway.
scuds.
Scuds, baby.
That's a new word.
You know when you look off into the distance and you can see a cloud with a plume of rain happening?
Yeah.
Scud, buddy.
There you go.
There you go.
Sounds pretty
Word of the
Aussie.
day.
Word of the day, scud.
I reckon
Well-
that is an Aussie word.
Yeah, it vibes it.
I'm
All right.
Googling it. Sorry,
Well, mate, I
we can
need your
move on.
attention.
We can move on from Scud. I think we can move on from Scud.
Mate, I believe it. We're not even like debating this. We had a lot of debates today, but that wasn't one of them.
Oh, no. There's a Scottish word for Scud.
Oh, fuck the Scots, man. They're not even a real country.
This is the sentence. I need you to determine what it means. Fuck. She scotted me across me head.
Clipped you?
Yeah, she slapped, beat, or spanked.
Spanked across. Imagine getting spanked across. I don't. You
Imagine
can't,
getting
you can't
scudded.
Spank of the face.
Scud me, baby. Don't lie, you're gonna say it.
Oh, I'm going to use it. I'm going to do it. Oh, mate, you with me? What are you doing?
Dude,
here
I
we
have
go.
a crossword. I love crosswords. No,
You're not
move
doing
on.
a crossword on the podcast.
It's an English word. It's an English word. Go on.
I need you for this. This is the blind rankings.
Go. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Fuck, I'm not
I
just
normally
waffling to myself.
I normally just zone out when it's your turn.
Oh,
All right.
God
What am I
damn.
going to say next? Okay, go.
All right. Obviously, five blind rankings, and we'll start off with the hungover shower. You know, you wake up next morning, you're dusty as all hell, and you just sort of crawl into that shower. Could be hot, could be cold, depending on your preference.
3. Certified, rock solid. Even if I know in advance the 5 options, there's no way that could change. It is
Oh,
a 3.
There's some
Do you know-
good showers.
because like you need that shower, right?
It's a necessity shower.
Yeah, it's like your Geneva Convention rights entitle you to a post hangover shower, but you don't necessarily feel good while you're doing it.
Yeah. But
It's
you feel
healing
$1
you,
million
but
bucks when you get
how
out
far
of it.
can it heal you? No, you don't feel
Yeah.
$1 million.
Or when you sit down in the shower and it's just blasting you. And you're
No,
just like,
it's
"Oh,
one part
yeah."
of the necessary hangover recovery. By itself, it doesn't do the whole job.
Yeah, agreed.
3.
All right. Post ocean swim shower. That's salt water, it's just sticking on the sting. And then as soon as that steam hits and it just creates a smell in the air. Oh,
Yeah, that's a 3. I'm going to go with 4 because I don't think it's better than a hangover shower. I'm putting myself in a corner here, but 4. It's a 4.
okay. I like it. Post run shower.
A necessity. I run every
Absolute
single day.
necessity.
It's a 1.
Oof.
You're
All right.
talking to, that's like my whole identity.
Yeah. But I think I know there's one, I reckon. Anyway, we'll
Oh,
get there.
no, I've messed up. 2. It's 2.
It's two. Well, this will be interesting to see you split these two. And then I've got the post snowboarding shower. So snowboarding,
5.
skiing. Oof. When
Yeah,
you can't feel your fingers because they've been in the snow and that hot water hits and it goes numb. Oh, fucking love it.
What are you talking about? Dos, I have not seen a mountain in 5 years. I have
Yeah.
not seen rain for 2 years. What do you think of the chances I've seen snow?
I took you to the snow. It popped up in my memories last week.
I'm sorry, I forgot that memory.
Bloody hell. It's like taking a kid.
No, I didn't have a
when
shower.
you take a kid on holiday before they're old enough to remember anything? That's what it's like doing things with you.
Yeah, remember that time I spent $10,000 on those epic memories for you?
Yeah.
No, I've never been there before.
I've never been to South America.
No, I did not have a shower after we went to the sun.
Yeah, actually, we didn't stay that night. We drove back. Yeah.
There you go. Easy
Fair.
fiver.
All right. All
You're
right.
number one.
Post multi-day hike shower. So you haven't showered for days, and you've been hiking 12-hour days.
Doss, it takes me back to a
Oh,
time when we hiked Torres del Paine
I know the shower. Oh,
in, I want to say, Argentina.
nah, the shower was better at Chile
The shower was better at Chile.
because we did. It was Torres del Paine, which
Yeah.
on the Chilean side.
Paine, no, it's Paine, bro. Come on.
Paine.
It's spelled like that, but you're Spanish. Come on.
No hablo español, lo siento.
No, we went back to Punta Arenas.
Yeah.
Punta Arenas.
Mm.
That's Argentina. And I'm pretty sure that Torres del Paine was Argentina as well. We had to go into Chile for El Chalten.
No, you've got them the wrong way around, brother.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
Punta Arenas is 100% Chile. And then on the Chilean side, it was that weird, it was nearly a French sounding town.
El Chalten.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
the
was-
town. The town.
Yeah,
Oh, that was a good town.
yeah, it was a very nice town. But yeah, no, that shower was done in Punta Arenas, and I'll never forget it. Just looking at your feet being red, because remember we did the 120 kilometers in what,
It was
3-4
huge.
days. It was
It
ridiculous.
was huge. It changed my whole perspective on people that walk marathons. I'm like, you know what, fair cop. You're out there for a long time. It sucks. We did way more than that, but
Yeah, we did
we're
4
also
marathons in a row, baby.
we're also a little bit different to your average. And that was so good. I can remember walking back into that hostel. The pilot was there.
Yeah, the English pilot.
I've got such a shaky memory. Like, I really don't have a good memory for stuff I've done.
Yeah.
But moments, and you know that that shower was good when I remember everything around it.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I actually don't think the shower was too bad either. The shower
think it was pretty good.
itself, it was fine. It was good.
Yeah. Which it was pretty rare to get that in South America. So to get that in that situation was just iconic. I think that would nearly be the most iconic shower of my life for the necessity value. Like, temperature was good, and it was just, it just cleaned your soul of like a week's, struggle.
Great point. It's definitely, if it's not one, it's two. So yeah, it's right at the top. But I couldn't give you number one. Maybe number one was New Year's Eve, 2019. No, not 2019. Way earlier than that. But anyway,
Another
I got my
shower
notes
we
in
shared.
which I thought was going to be your last one.
Oh shit, that would have been a good one actually.
No, don't worry.
Yeah.
I had some
The
get away from me
post-sex
on
New
the...
Year's shower.
All right, now, Dos, out of context, what you've just said sounds really bad for us as a shared shower.
Oh yeah. Oh my bad. I didn't even think. I was just ready to wrap it up on that. Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right, well, I've saved you.
Yeah. Well, I guess
but that's
we
a
do lie to
story.
our
That's a
listeners.
story for the Patreon, so you have to subscribe and pay us for that story.
Yeah. That's a few $1 dues to cut that one out of us, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's all we got. That was pretty. I think we did a good job.
Dos, I think we did a great job.
It was a bit. Yeah. There's a lot of infighting, but
Yeah, and there's also a lot of moments that that you'll hear about again in the future. I know you will. I will too.
Because my trauma's going to get dumped some other episode.
No, I'm thinking it's more when a news channel picks it up and goes, on episode 10 of season 4, they said these things about flying around America.
Oh yeah, true. I'll see what happens.
Yeah, no. Someone has to listen to this for that to happen.
Exactly. They're going to find them. That's what I mean. We leave you little Easter eggs in these podcasts, and the real roguers, the real listeners get to experience it for themselves.
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back in a fortnight, and maybe a road guide to loneliness or long distance friendships, maybe.
No, we'll have something nice. We'll have something upbeat. I think that got dark.
Yeah.
Also, Dos, I want to be on the record saying, do not play me with the reel that you make for this pod on the Instagram. All right, shout out me. I shared it. All right, last time did. I shared the reel. Let the record show. But if you play me with this reel, I will boycott sharing reels.
Let's just say one of us is going to get done dirty at this point.
Run it by me. All right. See what happens on the Instagram. Follow us on the Instagram.
Follow us on the Instagram, and you'll hear from us in a couple of weeks.